All right, breaking news. Some Haitian nationals reporting for immigration check-ins are being fitted with electronic ankle monitors following the Supreme Court's decision allowing the termination of temporary protective status, better known as TPS. Not every individual is required to wear a monitor, as enforcement actions are applied on a case by case basis by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. So, some Haitian immigrants are being forced to wear ankle monitors. Uh, Word is that it's very, very embarrassing, very, very degrading, and just a horrible look. Like, you can tell this lady, like, what are we doing? Like, by the look of these shoes and that dress, I don't see any need for an ankle monitor. I'm gonna just keep it real. This is too much. This is too much. It seems like a form of humiliation. I don't think I've seen any European immigrants treated like that. And so that's not really sitting well with me right there. I'm not liking that. I'm not really liking that. I'm thinking, if you're going to deport people, just deport them. All of this other unnecessary humiliation, I don't see where that's necessary. Why should they have to walk around with that on their leg like that? I mean, if they were somewhere where you could put that on their leg, why would you think those ones are going to flee? The ones that are going to flee, they're not going to come and let you put that on their leg. Now, the only thing I could think for I jump conclusion is maybe putting that on your leg marks you as one of the people that they shouldn't grab. That could be possible. That could be possible. They might figure all of those that come in willingly put this on their leg so they don't get grabbed. I could see that before I jump conclusions. It could be a sign to leave you alone and let you come into the office and work it out. I could see that. I was about to go crazy, but now that I'm thinking about it, It could be positive when I think about it. I had to think about it. I'm glad I thought about it before I jumped out the window. It could be positive. It could mean they're not going to just grab you because I can't see them putting that on you and then grabbing you, right? You would just walk down. So there's still people they're going to have to grab, and maybe this prevents you from being grabbed. So I'm glad I thought about it because I was heated. I was going to go off. But now that I'm thinking about it, that might be a good thing, even though it looks bad. Now, that could possibly mean that you're cooperative. Anybody that comes down, because I had to think about it. If they came down to the office, why would you put this on them? They came down to the office. Okay, I get it. The only thing that makes sense, if they came down to the office willingly, for you to put that on their leg is to let ICE know, don't grab that one. Because I can't see ICE grabbing you after you got that on your leg. I had to think about that. So that might be protection for them. That might be protection. Like, how do we let ICE know who's been cooperating? Because there's probably been people coming down cooperating, trying to work this out. And they like, if they're coming down here trying to work this out, put this on their leg. Right? Springfield, Ohio. Springfield, Ohio. Good question. So, I'm glad I got to talk to you all so I could think about this because I just found out. And now I can't necessarily say it's a bad thing. It doesn't seem like a bad thing once I thought it through. It just seems like probably the only way they could mark you, because why would they mark them? The only reason I could see them marking them is to not grab them. Because they could have detained them right then. Actually, when you think about it, if they wanted to detain those ones, obviously those they don't want to necessarily detain. Why would I have you sit in my office and leave, and they'll come and get you? Yeah, I had to think about that. So whereas a lot of people are going to say it's degrading, it could look degrading originally until they announce that those mean that they're all right, leave them alone. And I can see where you come down and they say, what do you do? And you're like, I'm a nurse at this nursing home. I've been working there 20 years. Okay, put the monitor on her. She's all right. So I could see that. There are going to be some that are going to want to leave here. How would they know who to leave and who not when ICE makes raids? Okay, I get it. I get it. Most likely, that means leave them alone. What y'all think in the chat? It's an open discussion. Am I on to something? Does that mean leave them alone? I think it means leave them alone. What y'all think? Because nothing else make no sense. I had to think about it because I was heated. I was like, oh, they going too far. But when I look at this picture, I'm like, she ain't going nowhere. So what is this about? I'm like, oh, this gotta be leave her alone. That's gotta be the leave her alone stamp. Gotta be. Like, cause this picture don't make no sense. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. This picture makes no sense. Like, this makes no sense. The only way I can see putting her that on her, it's gotta be for her benefit. It's gotta be. What y'all think? Am I tripping? What y'all think? We got 65 people over here. Hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So let me get some feedback. What y'all think? It's interesting because it does say some Haitian nationals reporting for immigration check-ins are being fitted with electronic ankle monitors. So these are people that's coming for their check-ins regularly. So they're not a flight risk. So I think this is actually for their benefit. Because think about it. If they're coming in regularly for their check-ins, you know where they are and they're not a flight risk. So they're not trying to run. So why would you put an ankle monitor on them? The only reason would be so to let ICE know don't bother them. No, I don't think so. You said they putting it on them because they don't got 300,000. Uh, yeah, but I'm gonna ask you this: would you put them on the people that's cooperating? That's the part don't make no sense. What you think, Axel? The people that's cooperating, why would you put that on them? To do what? You could just arrest them when they come back. That's the part don't make no sense, Axel. What you think? That don't make no sense. I was finna wild out, Axel. I ain't gonna lie. I was finna wild out, but I had to think about it. And I'm like, that don't make no sense if they come into the office on their own. It don't make no sense. The only purpose it would serve is to show ICE not to grab you. That's the only sense it makes. Like I come in the room, it's a bunch of Haitians. Five of them got monitors on. Okay, leave those alone. We got those. Grab the rest of them. I can't see us grabbing the five with monitors. What y'all think? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to grab the ones with monitors on. They already cooperate. They're not going to kick all 300,000 out. Those that's doing those, they are not going to kick out those that's been working a long time in healthcare. They're not going to throw them out. That is a fact. Those that's got these jobs at these nursing homes, there's a fee they have to pay wearing monitors, $5 to $35 daily. It says no, migrants enrolled in the ICE alternative detention program do not have to pay for the technology or daily maintenance for the GPS ankle monitor. It says no. It says no. Eh. It says no. No. Let me see. The federal government pays private contractors roughly $420 per day per participant for tracking them. So they paying the contractors $420 a day. The government is paying, but the people wearing it ain't paying. The government is paying the people $420 a day that got the monitors, but the people don't have to pay that. Oh, he said some individuals that have been reported regularly working towards citizenship have been arrested and deported at courthouses doing the regular check-ins. Whoa, that's crazy. But that makes sense too, because Goshen, it would depend on where you work at. If you work at a factory or something like that, they're gonna throw you out. The only people I could see, Goshen, that they're gonna cut a break is very serious healthcare workers. Because I gotta think they can't take the chance of being short on nurses and people that's got to do absolute jobs in hospitals and nursing home stuff, like people that's got to change bandages. You know, certain bandages you got, they got to be changed twice a day. So the lady that does that, I don't think they're gonna chase her out. What you think, Goshen? That monitor would be for the most important healthcare workers. Other jobs, hey, get out. They'll get an American to do that job. But if there's anybody they're not going to throw out, they're not going to throw out uh, healthcare workers that's doing something really serious. I don't, I don't see that happening, because if the healthcare worker ain't there somehow to the person, now that's a lawsuit. They could lose a lot of money. You could lose billions and billions of dollars if a bunch of people don't have proper health care because you done deported the healthcare worker. That could turn around and backfire. Me, even though I want to throw them all out, I wouldn't throw out the healthcare workers. If you wiping people's butts and changing their pan and changing their bandages and all that, I'm giving you citizenship. You deserve citizenship with me. And I don't even like I don't like immigrants, illegal immigrants. I would throw them all out, but I wouldn't throw out healthcare workers. I wouldn't do that because I'd be punishing the patients if I did that. But I don't know what y'all think. Because she definitely got healthcare worker legs and feet. Ain't she got the healthcare worker look? Don't she look like she gonna? Don't she look by just by her legs? She got the healthcare worker whole deal: the dress, the legs, the shoes. She got the. You know, maybe I'm being judgmental, but if this don't look like a healthcare worker, don't nobody. Auntie look like Auntie look like a healthcare worker. She got the whole healthcare worker outfit on. And if I had to judge, she a long time healthcare worker. Now she ain't just started. Yeah, she done changed thousands and thousands of bandages just by that dress and them shoes and them legs. Can we hire American certified nursing assistants? The problem with hiring is there got to be people applying. And America does have a problem with qualified people for certain positions. That's a whole other video. Uh, uh, America does have a lot of people not doing serious jobs, kind of bouncing around from the looks of it. America do got a lot of young people rolling up blunts all day. They do. We do got a lot of young women living off their boyfriend or their baby daddy, and so I wouldn't say we necessarily got enough people to do all those type of jobs. Not Americans, because to me, we have Americans that's got the real good jobs, and then the other jobs nobody wants them. So I think we got a big old gap with that. If you go out and you look at some of the young black females out here in their mid 20s to mid 30s, they ain't gonna do nothing. A whole lot of them won't go hold down no job from job to job to job. A whole lot of them. They had Family Dollar. They worked there about a year and a half, get fired, and then they go and they drive for FedEx for a year or two. They get fired. You know, I really be outside, so I know all the stories. I be at the houses. When Keisha come in the living room, I'll be there with her daddy. I'd be like, "What's up? What's been going on with you, Keisha?" Go to daddy. Nothing. Getting fired all the time, like she always do. She can't keep no damn job, you know. I'll be in the houses. I'll be in the houses with the daddies and the mamas and the uncles and the grandmas and granddaddies. And you should ought to be talking about the young people. Yeah, they got that ghetto mentality. They just think they're supposed to smoke blunts all day every day. They don't want to. They don't want to work. They don't want. They can't keep no job or no apartment. Every time you look up, they gotta get another apartment. Real talk. Yeah, the nature of what they do probably goes in how long they've been doing it, right? So say she been on the job like 9 years, you know what I'm saying? Even though I want Haitians out of here, if an older sister, she been there 9 years, she been working healthcare. I'm gonna put the monitor on her. We're gonna throw the others out. We're gonna stamp her citizenship. We're gonna wave her through. You a citizen. You go ahead and do your thing. Because I do believe some of them people need to be citizens. I do definitely believe some of them people work hard, have proven that they decent people should be citizens. What we want to find is the scammers and the one around here doing what they ain't got no business, the criminal element, the losers. They're the ones we want to get the hell out of here. The smoochers, the one that's running welfare fraud, that's sitting up getting Section 8 for a long time. You ain't even no American citizen. And you got Section 8, you getting food stamps. Them the ones we want to throw out. Blocking everybody else, messing up the social services. You know what I mean? It's that they don't want to pay us for our skills. I worked for 20 plus years in the healthcare field, and we are underpaid and overworked. I went to school, and my certification took the board test, CNA and LPN. I hear you. But my queen, a couple people, they went on ahead and became RNs because they said LPN stand for little play nurse. So from what I understand, LPN ain't no serious position. From what I heard, I'm just saying, from what I heard in the medical field, LPN stand for little play nurse. You ain't really got your real papers to get no real paper, from what I understand. But I ain't trying to diss you. I'm just saying from what I understand, from having some bad queens out here that work in that. From what I understand, they call LPN little play nurse. So the papers is a little not popping like that. They don't consider that no real skills. You got to be an RN to get the real paper, from what I understand. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly, supposedly, possibly. My youngest is getting ready to take her test now to be an RN. Her mother told her, don't be no LPN. That ain't no paper. From what I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I heard that wasn't no real paper. That's just like when you first trying to do something. And you supposed to go back and go up to the next level. From what I understand, you ain't just supposed to be no LPN no long time. You supposed to go back to school and become an RN to get some paper. Even if you want a desk job, like at a Blue Cross Blue Shield or something, you got to be a RN. If you're an LPN, there's a lot of jobs you can't get. Yeah, I know my daughter graduated. I know. I know. But you can't be working on people unless you go to school. You can't just go to school no year or two and be doing medical. Medical takes a lot of training. There's a lot to learn. But my point, I'm back to what we was talking about. Uh, that's the ladder. Yep. Lady Linus know the deal. Yeah, that's the money. But I was gonna go off about this situation, but now that I'm thinking about it, what I was gonna say don't make no sense. They not gonna fit no ankle bracelet on you and deport you. I think I had that wrong. I think the ankle bracelet is is because look, they finna have a bunch of big ice raids, right? They finna start grabbing people. Why would they start putting bracelets on people right before they start grabbing people? And they grabbing thousands of people. They're not gonna put on no thousand of bracelets, right? So what sensible reason would the bracelet make other than to mark you as somebody not to grab? Grab the ones that ain't got just the regular ones. I can't see them putting a bracelet on you, letting you go, and then grabbing you. Why don't they grab you? Why they put like if I'm looking for you, why would I have you there and put a bracelet on you, let you go? I'm looking for you. I want to throw you out. Why wouldn't I just throw you out right then? They could detain you right then. So I had it all wrong. I was finna come over here and wild out. There's no way you're gonna come in my office and we looking for you. We want to grab you. We're gonna put a bracelet on you. Say we're gonna come grab you later. No, dude, we finna grab you now. We're gonna already have set up. We got so many people coming in to check in. We're gonna have an ICE agent there. As fast as you walk in to check in, grab you. Make this easy. We make this easy. We're gonna let you check in and leave, and then go find you. Uh-uh. I had it backwards. I'm glad I didn't go come over here and wild out because I was like, man, they put monitors on people, try to treat them like dogs. No, that ain't what it is. This means leave you alone. That's what this means. This is for ICE when they come, leave you alone. You already checked in. Because that means you already checked in. I don't even believe it's for tracking. I don't believe it's for tracking. I believe it was just the only thing they had available. So I said, let's just use the monitors. I don't believe it's for tracking. I believe it's for them when they show up. I believe that this is just me, because y'all can. I appreciate y'all thinking, be free thought. You ain't gotta think my way. But I don't believe they tracking this lady. Because why would you track somebody to show up every week? Right? If this look at this lady. Look at her ankles, look at her dress. Who gonna track grandma or auntie? I'm not tracking auntie. Look at auntie. Auntie ain't gotta be tracked. I'm just, hey, any lady in that dress and them shoes and them legs ain't gotta be tracked. Does she look like, just from the dress down, does she look like she gotta be tracked? She don't look she don't look like she need to be tracked. I keep it real. You know, because I picture's worth a thousand. When I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, no, Auntie straight. Auntie ain't got to be tracked. Auntie don't look like she finna be deported, really. I mean, me, if I kick the door in and you in there, you a lady, and you got this dress on, I'm letting you go home. Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I thought they was criminalizing, but this is a horrible criminalizing. No, that ain't gonna work. Like you can't criminalize auntie. This look crazy. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. Hey, lady Linus, ain't nobody gonna believe she a criminal. Okay, that look crazy. That look crazy. That don't look criminalized. I'm gonna tell you, if they trying to criminalize her, they failing big time. Oh, you the weird guy. You back? Oh, I unblocked you. Stop trolling, bro. I keep unblocking you. Keep trolling. Who would you like? The Haitian Steve, Frankie Paul, Stevie Wonder? Science is living on yours. Bro, stop trolling. Hey, if you cut it off, you will be arrested. But hey, Lady Linus, Lady Linus, look at that dress and them shoes. Do she look like a cut? Do she look like she'll cut it off? I'm just saying, she don't look like she cut nothing off. I don't know. I can't see her cutting it off. Not with that dress. I could see her sitting down. Talking about, bring me my towel in there. They got this thing on my ankle. And they know my ankles be swelling. And they know my ankles be swelling. This thing on my thing. And it's hurting and it's bothering my leg. I wish she looked like, hey, hey, look, Lady Linus. She looked like she gonna be complaining that it's bothered with her leg. It looked like I don't know. Now that don't make no sense. You don't have enough monitors for everybody you're trying to grab, but you probably got enough monitors for people you want to leave alone. Legs is legs. You got granny legs. Yeah, I'm a leg expert. If you with a woman and she got legs like that, you gonna be about 75. Let me see, I'm 68. You're gonna be at least 70. You're gonna be at least 70 if this your woman. If this your woman, she gonna be like, come here, honey, I cooked you something. Yeah, yeah, she definitely ain't escaping. Those ain't escape shoes, and that definitely ain't no escape dress. See, the dress give it all away. I've been outside a long time, and I've been shopping with my granny and my mama. And my mama not wearing that dress. Only person wearing that dress is my granny. My mama would never put that on. I will tell you straight up. Bessie not put that on. Now my granny gonna put that on. And most women that wear those kind of dresses, they be in the name of Jesus. They be in the name of Jesus, and everything is Lord have mercy. These people, these ladies dressed with that dress is in the name of Jesus, trust me. And the Lord gonna work it out. And she prayed all the time. I know if I'm ICE and I run into a building and they tell me to grab her, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna cut it off. Okay, go. I'm not arrested her. It mess up my whole steeds. Boy, I'm not arresting her. I'm sorry. Make me look bad. I ain't walking out no building with her and no cuffs. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, bad boy, what you go? I'm a police. I'm not doing that one. Mess up my reputation. I'm trying to tell you, mess up my reputation. When I look at it, it definitely looked like do not arrest. We already got them monitored. Don't arrest them. Because I can't see them monitoring you and arresting you. I can't see that. I don't see that. If they are doing that, they once again they wasting money, which is possible in America because America do be doing some stuff backwards. But the only person this would be valuable to is ISIS to let them know that you are already good. You already been checking in with the system. Let the check-in finish. That's all this would mean. That's the only thing makes sense to me is this mean you already cooperating. We out here grabbing uncooperators. ICE coming for non-cooperators. They not going to be coming for people that's cooperating. That don't even make sense. See, I was finna say the wrong stuff. I was finna wild out. Until I blew the picture up and looked at it. I said, wait a minute, this picture don't fit what I'm getting ready to say. Even this picture. He don't look like he going nowhere. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Good to see you, Punchy. I don't think I probably they probably didn't say they protected. They just told them see you whenever they next check in. They probably say see you next check in. Because they've been checking in. So then one day when they checked in, they put that thing on their leg. But these are people that been checking in. So imagine you checking in, checking in, checking in. One day you go check in, they put a monitor on you. All right, let's look at it like this. This is my rationale. Let's say you and I is checking in, bro, right? Right? Check it out. Let's say you and I, we checking in, checking in, checking in. Then all of a sudden, they in TPS, they say they finna come grab a bunch of people and throw them out. So this time when we check in, they put that thing on our ankle. What do that mean? Why would they put that thing on their ankle right before they finna grab a bunch of people? It can't mean nothing to me in common sense other than this mean don't grab us. That's all it could mean. It's like don't grab me. Why are you putting that on them and you only putting it on a few people, right? So why is you putting that on a few people? It got to mean don't grab. Because that don't make no sense. Like, why you putting that on a few people when you finna grab thousands and thousands of people? Like, they finna deport thousands of people. See, let's look at it again. Some Haitian nationals, right? reporting for immigration check-ins, reporting, which means they've been reporting for check-ins, are being fitted with electronic ankle monitors following the Supreme Court decision allowing the termination of temporary protective status. So that means these people been checking in anyway. So now after the Supreme Court gave the okay to grab people, not every individual is required to wear the monitor. What's the difference in the one that's got to wear the monitor and the one that don't? The one that don't is getting grabbed. If it's me, I'd rather have a monitor. I'd rather be one of the ones with the monitor. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to be the one without the monitor. If the few is grabbing the monitor and the bunch ain't, and they finna deport a bunch, do you want to be in line with the bunch or with the few? I'm just keeping it real. I'm just saying, I put me with the few. Don't put me with the bunch. I'm just saying. Let's take a break. I ain't lying. If I'm at the office, right? If I'm at the office on everything I love, if I'm at the office, right, and I'm sitting there, right, I swear to God, I'm gonna show you how Big Pharaoh be thinking. If I'm sitting there in the office and I see everybody keep leaving regular like they came in, and then I see Auntie leave and she wanted to few with the monitor, I'm finna go back to my work and be like, hey, how I could get a monitor? On my soul, I'm trying to get a monitor. Because everybody leave ain't got no monitor. 30 people left without a monitor. Auntie got a monitor. Okay. They just gonna grab one person or they gonna grab the 30? They gonna grab the 30. I'm going back in there. How can I get a monitor? Why I don't got a monitor? I need a monitor like Auntie. I swear to God, I need a monitor on my soul. I want to be the few. See, Auntie the few. It say the few. I want to be the few. Now you don't deport. You ain't got to deport Auntie like that. That's a house arrest monitor. Yeah, but DFAM, they'll use the equipment for whatever they can use it for. So if they got a house arrest monitor and they need some kind of way to identify you, they'll use it for that. They'll use the equipment for whatever they need it for. So just because it's a house arrest monitor, if they need some kind of way to mark this person, that person, they'll be like, let's use the monitors. But now I ain't gonna say deport them all. I don't want this lady don't look like she need to be deported. You bogus. Look at that lady. You really would deport that lady? I don't know. You being bogus. I wouldn't deport her. I wouldn't deport her. I don't believe everybody got to be deported like that. Not everybody. Not like that. I definitely wouldn't deport healthcare workers, people that we can't replace right away. I wouldn't deport them. I wouldn't deport healthcare workers because that ain't nobody we can replace quick enough. Like any, like a job like that, and I'm talking in terms of if I was an official government agent, I have to be responsible. And healthcare workers, you can't just replace. I'm gonna keep it real. Nah, that could be, but I don't think that they would think nobody that keep coming in for reports gonna flee. That don't even make sense. The person that's gonna flee is the one that don't show up. Ain't nobody that's gonna flee gonna make every appointment. To me, if you make every appointment, I'm taking you off the possibility of fleeing list because that don't make no sense. Because ain't nobody that's gonna flee gonna make every appointment. Not not in no criminal world out here. You know what I'm saying? It is for community corrections, but like I said, they'll use their equipment in any kind of way in an emergency situation, and this is an emergency situation. So looking at an emergency, unnormal situation where ICE is finna really bang out, they will use equipment in a way that haven't been normally used, for sure. But I am absolutely sure they are figuring out a way not to deport everybody. They is not deporting everybody that's illegal. I know that for sure. That's not gonna happen. They are not gonna deport people that work at nursing homes and hospitals. They and old folks' homes. They're not deporting them. They're not deporting them. That's a fact. Now, if you a young dude and you just be doing janitorial stuff like garbage and stuff, yeah. But if you're doing any type of medical care, health care, they're not deporting you. Hell no. Mm-mm. They're not gonna leave them businesses like that, like with nobody. No, they wouldn't. That would be such bad press. It'd be crazy. You know how crazy that would look on the news? What's a bunch of people in beds and ain't nobody to treat them? Oh, that'd be a that. I wouldn't say it's not about people to keep their wages low, bro. They not gonna have a bunch of people with nobody to change bandages and stuff like that. Like a lot of people I understand, they ain't been in the hospital like me. I was in the hospital for weeks. So if you ain't really been in the hospital like that and really been like had serious wounds and shit like that, it probably they probably understand what I'm saying. I had deep stab wounds, right? Real talk. I had deep stab wounds, right? Y'all listen and learn. And when you got deep stab wounds like that, they gotta come every day, twice a day. They gotta stuff them with gauze, right? It's the most pain. Let me tell you, real gorilla mind state. They gotta pull the gauze out the hole, and they gotta stuff the holes with gauze, cause it's gotta heal from the bottom up. If they don't stuff it, if they heal from the top, then the hole won't be healed. So they gotta keep the holes open for weeks. They can't fire the lady that got to do that. I'm telling you facts. They cannot fire the people that got to do that type of stuff. I'm telling you. That ain't nothing where you could just get nobody to do that. You can't replace them. That's a fact. So every day, twice a day, I had to like mm, 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 every day, twice a day, they had to pull that gauze out my stab wounds and they had to stuff them with fresh gauze in them holes in my leg, on my soul. So that after going through that, that's how I turned into that's how I turned so mean. That's why I was so mean when I learned how to walk. Right? Solution to what? What's the solution to what? So they not getting rid of absolute necessary medical workers. They're not gonna happen. It ain't like somebody sweep. You can hire anybody to sweep, but you can't hire everybody to do medical. That's not replaceable. Now I don't expect people that don't know nothing about medical to understand that. But those medical workers, you can't replace them. Not fast enough. If you deport too many medical workers, you will have a catastrophe on your hands. Now, this have to be somebody that know about hospitals, been in the hospital a long time, or work in medical. Be the only people really understand what I'm saying. The average person is just gonna fly over your head because you don't know. You don't know. You can't replace them like that. You can't. A lot of medical workers are foreigners. Mm, yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people can't take blood. So a lot of Americans work in offices. They don't. They can't do blood. When it comes to tools like carpentry and stuff like that, plumbing, medical, it's a certain only a certain group do that. Everybody can't take blood. Like me, I can't be a medical worker. I can't take blood. No, they're not gonna get rid of nobody. They're not gonna get rid of nobody medical. They're not sending nobody. Nobody medical is getting deported. You can believe that. Maybe some CNAs, because they can replace them. But they're not replacing nobody medical. It's too much money, lose too much money. Too many malpractice lawsuits, too many all of imagine a lot of nursing homes, old folks home hospitals get sued. But something happened to their relative, find out you done fired the healthcare worker. Hey man, that'll backfire. That'll backfire like real bad. Real bad. Yeah, they use a lot of times they use agencies. Because I got friends that got agencies, and then like Radiologists. I got friends, radiologists, agencies, stuff like that. I got friends that work for agencies too. I've been trying to get some black queens to start the agencies, but like, I don't know. That's a whole nother video. Like, a lot of foundational black Americans, I don't know. They talk about everybody. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of foundational America, they talk about they taking our job, this and that and that and that. But if you really be outside, our people play around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff we be complaining about, it'd be because we ain't on nothing. It'd be a lot of fake complaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. It'd be a whole lot of fake complaining. You'll be like, man, all these foreign people's in there, but then you won't go do it. You won't go do it. You just faking. You won't go do it. You won't study. You won't go take the test. You won't go to school and learn the trade. Nothing. You got to have family members going to these colleges and stuff to go to see who don't be showing up. So foundational black Americans, a lot of that stuff they be talking, that should be phony. A lot of stuff that foundational black Americans say about immigrants is phony. For example, like you can have a child and your child graduate out of high school and the summer passes, it's time to go to a university. So when you go to the university, they all find each other. So that freshman class, when they get there, all of their schoolmate mates, right? They be there, right? Because they keep up with each other when they go to a different school, right? They be like a family. So you'll get there, it'll be like 15 of them there at the university with your son or your daughter. Within about 2 months, your son or your daughter be talking, Jimmy got throwed out for smoking. Then Tony got in a fight. He got thrown out. And that's what you usually hear earlier. Then you don't hear too much. Now, if you start asking, you'll be like, what happened to so-and-so? Oh, he been dropped out. This one, so-and-so. Now, by the time they come back their sophomore year, man, it ain't none but maybe 2 or 3 of them there. Them other 15 or 16, they done dropped out. Got in trouble, got kicked out, all of that. Real talk. I've really been at the universities, dropping off and picking up and dropping off and picking up. You're a parent, your children go to universities, and you the daddy. Nobody know more than the daddy because the daddy the one move them in. Mommy come when you move them in, but you know who doing all the heavy lifting. That's a whole nother video too. So we the ones doing the heavy lifting. We the ones got the van loaded and all that. Mommy, she grabbing a waste basket and little stuff, but daddy's the one, moving all that stuff in. And then if it's a drive, daddy one making a lot of the unnecessary drives. We just bring them home for mommy to see them. Hey, mom, you know what I'm saying? Mommy not making them runs down there to get them. Daddy got to go get them and bring them there. Mommy, oh, mommy, I'm glad to see you. Yeah, cool. And then when it's time to go back, guess who dropping them off? Mommy not really doing all that part. So they be getting black American youth. They be getting thrown out. They be dropping out of college left and right. They be dropping out. By the time your son or daughter walk across the stage, it might be one person left with them from that group that finally graduated. On my soul. Then we turn around talking, oh, the immigrants got all the jobs. Oh, it's like, hell no. And that school, or when you start a business. Start a business. Start a business with foundational black Americans. I bet they mess your business up. I guarantee you, you're going to go through a lot. the black man, oh my God. You might can get it going if it's black women, as long as they ain't got no man. Because if they got a man, he gonna distract her and all that. We gonna be a weirdo. But with the black man, you can't do nothing with him. You can't do nothing with the black man. The black man is a big old loser. If you're a young black brother and you listen to me and you want to start a business, start it by yourself and be the CEO. Do not start no business with no black men. Hire them. Everybody got to be hired. That way you can fire them and replace them. Because if you started with them, the business going to fold because they're going to all leave. But if you is the boss, you can keep the business going because you can hire and fire. But if you give them equal power, they're going to destroy your business. You're going to be, you might be the only one serious. The other three busters, they're going to be petty, all kind of shit. Facts, I'm telling you. To the young brothers, if you want to be in some type of business, go dolo and hire everybody. Go dolo. Get all your paperwork together. Get everything together. And then look for people that want to come work for you. So if they're the vice president, they hired to be the vice president, not a part of the corporation officially. They workers. And then you can get something done. Because if you give them equal power, they're going to start a power struggle. They're going to be more interested in that than getting the business off the ground. And you're going to fail. You can't even get three dudes to rap together. They'll fall out. And they ain't nothing but the rappers. Look at every rap group. They can't even rap together. Tell me I'm lying. That's just on the side note, right? So when it's about going to school and you have black people talking about they taking all our jobs, that's not really true. You don't want to work. Can't nobody take your job if you want to work. That's a fact. They had a brother, he had a lawn service. And he started a lawn service because he seen that all the Mexicans was doing all the black people lawn. So he was appalled. So he started a black lawn service. He hired some blacks. They wasn't showing up. He got all this lawn. He had to hire Mexicans, man. The brother had to hire Mexicans. When I first was talking about black business and RBGG, one day I was driving at my father, when I was taking care of my father, they had Mexicans doing all the yards. I like, damn, I want a black person to cut our yards. So I was driving and I couldn't believe it. I seen a truck parked with the lawn equipment in the back of the wagon carrier thing. And the truck was like red, black, and green with gold writing. I thought I struck heaven. So I made a U-turn, and when they say, you do lawns, he like, yeah. So I said, man, I want you to come do my father's yard. He said, yeah. I said, because I'd be happy to have a black person do it. So the brother showed up on the day, said he was going to do it, did the yard, it was done good. He said, okay, I'll be at like next Thursday. When the next Thursday comes, he ain't show up, right? This just the second time. Show up the first day, next day, he don't show up. He don't show up till like Saturday. Man, sorry, man, this happened, that happened, That man never showed back up. That man never showed up no more. He just never showed up no more. And so black women, a lot of that complaining you be hearing the black man be saying, they lying. They lazy, they fraudulent, they hard to work with, and they'll sleep with any woman they see. So you can't do no business with no dude that as soon as he see your girlfriend or your wife, he want to sleep with her. You can't keep his mind focused. That's even in the streets. So I did all my dirt by myself. For real. He don't got the work ethic and stuff like that. Ain't nobody pushing the black man out of jobs. He just, or the black woman. The black woman get the job and start gossiping. Ah, 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 ah. You just making up stuff, bro. FBI ain't got no spokesperson. You just sound crazy, bro. You just making stuff up. FBA don't have no spokesperson. When a person speak for FBA, they speaking on their own. And show me some website where she's the official spokesperson. What's your name? Eric Ford? Bro, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, say something real, bro. Don't come over here with no goofy nonsense, okay? Bro, it's nonsense. Do you know what a spokesperson is? What is a... Now, why should we listen to you when you don't even know what a spokesperson is? Bruh. Bruh, watch the news. Bruh, shut up. Look, a spokesperson is a person chosen to speak for a group, company, or government. They share official news, answer questions from the public, and act as a voice for others. Ain't nobody pick no Cardi B to be no spokesperson, bro. Okay? Now, don't watch the news, bro. Go read a book, step your game up, get your knowledge together, because you're looking kind of lame, all right? Please don't interrupt my conversation. You feel me? Because you're slow, okay? All right? You ain't standing on nothing. You're slow, all right? Come back tomorrow. You sound crazy, bro. He's about watch the news. He said Cardi B is the spokesperson for Foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black Americans is not even a group, it's a lineage. He don't even know what Foundational Black Americans is. He think it's a group with a spokesperson. Bro, you don't even know what Foundational Black Americans is. Not a group, bro. You can't have a spokesperson if you're not a group. Foundational Black American is a lineage, bro. That's like saying you're the spokesperson for Mexicans. Bro, you can't be the spokesperson for Mexicans. Foundational Black Americans is like saying Mexicans, bro. I don't mind you being slow, but when somebody trying to teach you something, it's a lineage bloodline. And the bloodline got a spokesperson. All right. I can't do the yellow school bus, dude, okay? Me, yellow school bus, you know what I'm saying? Bro, go back, turn on Dora the Explorer, and watch your program, bro. Put your Dora the Explorer on the thing. Oh, it's a girl? That's a girl? That's an ugly girl. Yeah, anyway, I can't. I'll unblock you tomorrow, okay? I'll unblock you tomorrow. Go take your nap. I'll unblock you tomorrow. Crazy. Boy, leave them DRUGS alone, but put that stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can't help himself. Give him a break. I meet brothers like that all the time. When I meet them in real life, they start copping pleas and shit. Cardi B supports FBA, which is real honorable for somebody that's not FBA to show us love. See what I'm saying? So why would I hate on somebody that's not FBA that respects FBA? You understand? Nah, one thing is, once you see they slow like that, you don't really waste no lot of time with no, you know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time. He's slow, bro. He's not a real person. He ain't trying to make no sense out of nobody slow like that, bro. The bro say he say Cardi B is the spokesperson for NBA. I really could have just deleted it right. I could have just, bro. All right. What do you want me to say? He say Cardi B is the spokesperson for Foundational Black Americans. He don't know Black Americans is foundational is in front of Black Americans. He don't know that's Black Americans, just foundational. You can't have no spokespersons for Black Americans. So he think FBA is a group. A lot of people think FBA is a group. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think FBA is an organization. I swear to God, they do. They think it's an organization. Like a lot of people think Foundational Black Americans is an organization. They really do. They think it's a organization, like a leader. They think Tyreek is the leader. They really think that. He was trolling, trying. He was too stupid to be offensive. Like you got to be smart to be offensive. When anytime you want to be offensive, but you make yourself look stupid, that's detrimental to your own character. And so it back. I mean, it just made itself look stupid. Like the trying to offend is child. You know, he's a grown ass man. Come on. At the end of the day, it still is what it is. We FBA, you not, and that's just what it is. A lot of these people on the internet be playing, gonna slip up outside and get the plan. They're gonna forget. They're gonna play outside. It's gonna go bad. Everybody know that. So the bottom line is, I personally don't believe that these ankle bracelets are. It really don't make no sense that the ankle bracelets would be used to grab you because you wouldn't have enough of them. So the only with all these people that got to be deported, the ankle bracelets could only be used for the minority, which would be the ones they're gonna let stay. And for it to be done right now while they finna raid everybody, it only makes sense is that to protect you from the raid is the only thing makes sense. Because they don't have enough to put on you to grab you. So then why are they marking you out separately? Well, the only people that would be marked out separately in terms of numbers would be the ones they're going to let stay. That's the only ones I could see them marking. I can't see them marking the ones they got to take. It's going to be too many. Just take everybody. So if the bracelet is a mark, the only thing makes sense is it's a mark for you to stay Take everybody, leave them here. We're going to keep talking to them. They're going to keep coming to the office. We're going to work something out with them. So if you are out there and they put that ankle monitor on you, to me, you're in good shape. Just keep making your appointments, keep your job, and once they take everybody else, you're going to still be making your appointments, and then they're going to direct you in a way for citizenship because they are going to give a lot of you all citizenship. They're going to give you citizenship. They're going to throw out the losers, the con people, the ones that's exploiting the system. They're going to throw them out. But if you're productive and you follow directions and you stand up and you go and you go report in like you're supposed to, they're going to direct you on the path to citizenship. They don't have no problem with citizens. They have a problem with people that came for temporary and been pimping the system. They turned temporary into a pimp gang. They've been exploiting the system. They've been applying for all type of benefits and misusing them. They never got off their ass and did nothing. We know that as foundational Black Americans because I know Black Americans that do that all the time. I know Black Americans that go and get welfare and they never go, they just live off the welfare. They never go try to find no job. They never go try to get no more money. They just pimp that until they run out. I know Black Americans that go get HUD or they go get housing and then they just pass Section 8 down from generation to generation. Mama got Section 8, then she passed it down to the daughter, then she passed it down to the granddaughter, just ruining Section 8 for everybody else. Won't never go do nothing. In some cases, I have a man working, making good money, but still living Section 8, going on trips all over the place because they ain't got to pay no housing and taking all their money they making and buying jewelry and buying nice cars and everything, but living on Section 8. Facts. Facts. Dudes be living with a woman on Section 8. They got jewelry and everything, got plenty of money. Gaming the system, pimping the system. They getting rid of all that. All that's going to be out of here. And you got illegal immigrants over here pimping the system. They finna throw them out. They're gonna throw them out. A lot of Haitians been abusing the system. A lot of them. Let me tell y'all something. You see them throwing them Haitians out? Let me tell you something about America. For them to be throwing them out, it means a bunch of people slipped up and let the government see they were scamming. This is how the U.S. works. These are facts. If you know anything about the feds, for them to be throwing a bunch of Haitians out, that means the Haitians got sloppy and the feds seen game being ran. Facts. Because the feds be busy. And a lot of times criminals do something so sloppy it just falls on the FBI desk. And they say, look at this. Oh, we got to look into this. So I guarantee you, Haitians got sloppy. I'm telling you how the feds work. Haitians got sloppy. And it caused the feds to look at them because the government busy. The government can't watch all that. Haitians got the government's attention. Trust me on that. This is how that worked. They got sloppy. And the feds seen it. So look at this. Oh, they got to go. That's what happened. when they was up there tripping, in Springfield, and they got sloppy, same way the Somalians. That if you look, when they come get these immigrants, when you go and look where they get them, they be them guys sloppy. The Somalians was straight up sloppy. Them dudes had Bentleys, had all kind of cars, was sending millions and millions of dollars to Somalia, like multi-millions, like a billion. And they was buying all these, they was driving around in a po-ass city. They had a restaurant, y'all, that holds 60 people. And they said they was serving 2,000 lunches a day. The Somalians. They had a restaurant that don't hold number 60 people. And they was getting funds from the government claiming they was serving 2,000 lunches a day from a place that cannot do that. But nobody be looking. They had vans where they were supposed to pick up the kids, and the vans never moved. The vans just stayed in the parking lot. And no kids ever showed up at the daycare. None. Like nobody. They just were sloppy.